So long fundraising days can feel like a marathon. But here's the thing, fundraising doesn't work at marathon pace. It needs that sprint energy, high focus, high energy, relentlessly putting yourself out there. But how do you sprint all day? Well, you don't. You break the day into sessions. These are short, focus bursts with reset points built in. This is what I used to use with my teams, and honestly, this was a game changer. Hey everyone, and welcome to this episode. So today we're digging into something quite simple but incredibly powerful. How breaking your day into what I call sessions can completely shift the energy and momentum of the day. If you've ever hit that midday slump or felt like the whole day was dragging on, then this one's for you. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to structure your day into these sprints, what to focus on each one to make them super powerful. This model helps you to recover fast, to bounce back stronger, and to finish every day with more wins no matter how you started. And stay with me to the end where I want to share with you the exact framework that I use with my own teams. So let's break it down. So I want to start by talking a little bit about what these sessions are and how they work and exactly why they're so powerful. So back when I was leading teams, we break the day into these chunks which I call sessions. These are 3 or 4 blocks of maybe 90 minutes, maybe a couple of hours, depending on the shift. So each part of the day, each chunk had a clear purpose. We'd go really hard for this period of time, and then we would take a break and reset. And it wasn't just about the pacing of the day, but it was about keeping up the motivation. So here's why this works. Our brains, they crave closure. Even finishing a short session gives our brains the hit of dopamine. It's so much easier to stay focused and energized when you're working towards sort of a clear finish line. Because when a day feels like one long, endless stretch, it's really easy to fade. Burnout creeps in and you lose steam. This model really protects you from that. It gives you that built-in reset points in between sessions, moments to breathe, to reset, to reflect, and to re-energize. Had a bad session? No problem. Reset and start again in the next one. Crushing your targets? Great. Use that momentum and really smash the next session. These are a really brilliant way to stay sharp and keep that momentum rolling through the day. So how do you actually work in sessions? Here's a simple step-by-step guide. So step 1, this is where you want to map out your day. So before you start, on paper, a notebook, maybe on your phone, whatever works for you, break the day into clear sessions with a specific start and stop point, right? So you're really kind of chunking the day up into these 3 or 4 sessions, depending on the length of that day. And you're really going to write in, this is when I'm starting, this is when I'm stopping. You should have at least a 5 or 10 minute break between each session. And you definitely want to have a nice lunch break in the center. So step 2, this is where you want to set 1, maybe 2 outcome goals per session. These are the results that you're aiming for, right? This is the outcome that you want. So I used to set myself a sign up per session, but I'd also usually track how many stops, how many real conversations I wanted to get into. Now look, I didn't always hit my outcome goal. When I did, that's great because it meant that I usually smashed my target. But if I didn't, I knew that I always had another session coming and I could always adjust, reset, and go again. So now step 3, this is the most important one. Set yourself a process goal, a skill or a behavior that you're focusing on. Now you don't control the weather, you don't control who signs up, but you do control how you show up. Because here's the truth. It's your actions, not your targets, that shape your results. The best fundraisers don't just chase outcomes, they train their skills and behaviors. They focus on skills they're developing and they work on the process. So you want your process goals to be as specific and hopefully as measurable as possible. So some examples might be using vocal variety and rhythm in every pitch, practicing pausing at key moments where you want to emphasize points and especially at your call to action. Or perhaps it's sort of asking someone's name and using their name 3 times through the conversation, or handling every objection at least twice. So these are some examples of specific skill-based process goals, right? You're focusing on one particular aspect of your fundraising, and you can keep these and use them in more sessions, or you can switch it up and try something new. But it's really about building and developing specific skills that are going to lead to the outcome that you want. So I don't recommend that you pick any more than one and focus on it. This is where you want most of your energy to go. So step 4, after each session, make sure to stop, to reset, to re-energize, and to reflect. what worked, what do I want to change, what do I want to do differently next time. So yeah, you can keep the goals the same next time, or you can change them up depending on how things are going. If you're working solo, you can reflect quietly. If you're in a team, a great thing to do is actually debrief together. Share what your goals were, share what you achieved. It's a great way to keep some momentum, but also keep that sense of accountability. So one final tip here, make that last session just 1 hour, right? A final hour of the day. You know what I'm gonna say, this is the power hour. This is that final block where you wanna go, full energy, nothing to lose, no second guessing, no self-doubt. And if you're a team leader, you can totally layer in some micro challenges here. I used to have a lot of fun with these. 2 signups in a session, coffee's on me. Keep it light, keep it playful, and keep it moving. So try this out for a week or 2. Break your day into sessions. Map them out. Set those focus goals. Choose a skill per session and notice what shifts. Honestly, you'll have more energy, more wins, and absolutely you're going to learn and develop so much faster. If you found this video helpful, I would love your support. Like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you and answer any questions you have, or just hear how this is going for you. Until the next video though, stay inspired and keep fundraising.